Hello everyone. Welcome to this episode of Bash scripting with macOS and Unix. In the last episode, we got started with the basics of Bash scripting on macOS. So in this episode, we are going to go forward and learn how to accept the user input. So this is the earlier file prog00.sh. So I'm going to go and duplicate this file and I'm going to say prog01.sh and save it with that name. Okay, so this is the prog01.sh. Now I also need to tell you one more thing. There is something known as shabang or shebang in bash scripting. So let me tell you what it actually means. So if I say which bash and hit enter, it will tell me the location of the bash file. So I'm going to copy this location of the bash file and open the Xcode IDE where I am writing the code. Let's maximize it and I'm going to say hash exclamation mark and I'm going to paste that. Okay, so I think that I messed up a little bit, but now I have corrected it. Okay, so here we have hash exclamation mark bin and bash. So this is our way of telling the interpreter of the bash, or this is our way of telling the operating system whenever we are directly going to invoke this script using a dot and slash, that use this particular interpreter mentioned in the first line with hash and exclamation mark to execute the remaining file. So again, let me tell you. So this is our way of telling the shell to use this particular interpreter to execute the file that is being executed. So this way you don't have to mention the name of interpreter in the command. So now let me save this file and I will say save. And now let me go to the iterm utility and let me clear this, and I will use first bash and prog01.sh, and if I hit enter it runs the prog01.sh. And similarly if I say dot slash prog01.sh and if I hit enter, okay, so it says that permission denied because we forgot to grant the permission. That is fine. 744 star dot sh. Okay, so I am granting 744 to all the files. And now if I try to execute that prog01.sh, it is running perfectly. Now we are going to modify the same file in order to accept the user input. And this trick is known as shebang or shabang in the world of Unix. So here I'm going to say who am I speaking to. And let us go to the next line and let us say read name. So here we are reading or we are accepting this name as an input from the keyboard. And finally I will say echo nice to meet you, and let us say dollar name. Okay, so let us go ahead and save this. Now let us go back to our command prompt iterm2. Let's clear this. We have already granted all the required permissions. Let's execute that modified prog1.sh. And if I hit enter now, it is asking me who am I speaking to. And I'm going to say Ashwin, and nice to meet you, Ashwin. So this is how we can accept the user input into a variable, and then we can use that variable further down in the program to achieve our computation. So thanks a lot for watching this episode. So I have used the Xcode IDE as I have earlier. Now the thing is that you can use a lot of other IDEs, and let us try to install before uh, ending this section. Okay, so I'm just going to check what sort of IDEs we can install on our system. So in case you haven't already installed, install Brew or install MacPorts on your Mac OS. So they will actually help you install a lot of things. So I will say Brew install LeafPad. So I'm just going to do trial and error. Let us see if this LeafPad thing is available on Mac OS. So if it is able to find that LeafPad, then it is good enough. This is a very good IDE, just like Notepad on Windows. It is taking a lot of time. Let us open another window, new window, okay, default. And I will also say sudo port install gedit. And if I hit enter, okay, so it is asking me the password because I'm using sudo. So my password is Apple. Don't hack into my system. Okay, so I think that we have to run the command sudo port self update, but I think that this is good enough. So I'm just trying to open these two things. Okay, so it did not find leaf pad. So let us try to find mouse pad. Okay, okay, it did not even find mouse pad. We are already trying to install gedit with the port. Okay, so it is successfully installing the utility gedit. Okay, so it's a editor on Genome, and it has actually got a very wonderful look and feel. So I think that it is going to take quite a while for installation, and I'm not actually going to hold you up for that. So let us try actually other stuff also. I'm going to try to install Kate, or first Kwrite. Okay, so Kite is also an editor, I guess. Okay, so it is actually installing, downloading and installing the Kite. Let us see how long it takes. It will take quite a while actually. And new window default. I will also install Kate. Brew install Kate. So this is also a very famous editor. Let us see we can install these using Kate or using Brew. No, I think that this is not available. Okay, so I'm just going to press Ctrl C and quit it. And finally, there is a very popular Java based editor, JEdit. Let us see if this is installing it. Okay, it is installing it. It is going to take some time. Okay, JEdit is also installing. So at least we are going to have some success. Okay, so we have actually some success installing various editors. So I'm not actually going to hold you up with all this installation. So in the next episode, we are going to learn a few more tricks in the shell scripting with Bash operating system. So thanks a lot for watching this episode. Do let me know if you have any questions or queries. Thanks a lot once again, and I will see you next time.